Eric Lloyd is best known for playing Charlie Kelvin in the Tim Allen Christmas trilogy, The Santa Claus. He put his knowledge to the test against other Christmas film stars on Celebrity Weakest Link. The December 1 episode featured holiday heroes, including Lloyd, Jonathan Bennett, Rachel Lee Cook, Taye Diggs, Vivica A. Fox, Melissa Joan Hart, Luke McFarlane, and Reginald Val Johnson. Lloyd was picked on by his fellow contestants in the beginning after being trapped in a tie 2 times, but he managed to escape elimination all the way until the final 3 with McFarlane and Hart. A Santa Claus star shared that he had an alliance with Hart at the beginning of the game. However, Hart betrayed him and voted him off. With 2 votes against him, he was sent packing, leaving the other 2 facing off in the final round. Lloyd talked to TV Insider about his time on the game show, as well as competing on Season 2 of The Floor. Find out what he had to say below. I think maybe that they thought I was a strong contender, so it was smart to try and get me out at the beginning. I'm glad I narrowly escaped in both of those rounds. You made it to the top 3. How did that feel? That felt great. It felt really good, and I thought I had a good thing going, and then I was betrayed so close to the end. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm super glad I made it all the way to the top 3. You just mentioned that you were betrayed by Melissa Joan Hart, but you had an alliance with her. Did that shock you that she turned on you? A little bit. I thought we had a good thing going there over the last couple of rounds. And so at that last moment, part of me is like, maybe she'll betray me and I'll get out. But I thought I was going to make it that round. So I was a little shocked when I didn't make it to the top 2. But I was so happy to make it to the top 3. So it was all good. It was a great experience. Luke was the stronger link consistently throughout. If you had an alliance with her, why do you think she picked Luke instead of you? I don't know. Maybe at that point, once I'm out of the picture, the voting doesn't matter. So it would make more sense to have me in there if he were consistently the stronger link so that she wouldn't have to face him in that. I don't really know. I think it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. Maybe she thought I was the weakest or the strongest link in the moment, because I don't think they had told us who was consistently the strongest over all the rounds. I think they told us for each round. So in that moment, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she thought I was. Maybe her strategy was getting me out of the way, so it was easier in the end. I don't know. Did you go into the game thinking, I really hope I don't get a question in this category? And if so, what would that be? So I didn't completely know what all the categories were going to be. Out of all of it, which ones do I think would have been the worst? Or what did I not want a question in? Probably Gen Z pop culture stuff that I just don't know now. All the millennial stuff, I'm good with. I knew a lot of the stuff I kind of hung out with a lot of adults when I was younger since I was in the industry. So I kind of know that pop culture too. But the modern Gen Z stuff, I don't really know. Beyond 6, 7, I don't really know too much. So I was worried about that. Who is this celebrity that everyone knows nowadays and me not knowing? I thought that probably happened. You started off with the P.T. Barnum question, and I did not know that, so good for you. I have some random, useless knowledge in my head. I was a little bit confident, but I honestly thought there was going to be some more modern stuff that I was going to have egg on my face. I'm happy with how it all went. I'm glad I made the top 3. You also competed in Season 2 of The Floor. What was that experience like? That was a totally different animal, just with how it's filmed. It's 100 contestants, and you don't have as much time. So this was a much better experience in that you get comfortable, you have the first round, and it's nerve-wracking, and then it gets easier as it goes on until you start getting into the top 4, 3, and you get nervous about that. But the actual doing it is a lot less nerve-wracking. On The Floor, you have one chance and you have to do it in front of 100 people too. So it was over a whole longer period of time with filming it and whatnot. They were both a lot of fun to do. You told Jane Lynch that you're not really a Christmas person, but you had the Christmas movie category on The Floor. Do you think you'll ever escape that since you were in Christmas movies as a kid? Laughs. I think it's always going to be there. And I do like Christmas, it's just not my favorite holiday. I think I was more of a Halloween person growing up. I was an actor as a kid, so Halloween fits perfectly. I don't think I'll ever escape Christmas. But on the floor, I think it's something they wanted to kind of plug with me. I was going in there like, ooh, I love sci fi. I need to get a Star Wars category. That would be awesome. And so I really wanted to go against a couple of squares over from me was someone who had the Star Wars category. So I was getting ready after going through my category to start making my way down that way to get to him. Little did I know the guy next to me was a trivia expert and he wrote a holiday trivia book. So they put me right next to a ringer. The floor, just because you don't know much going in, but they do let you know what all 100 categories, more than that, are going to be. So there's like 100 something categories and then a couple extra like alternates just in case, and you have a short amount of time, like a week, to kind of just brush up on all these general knowledge categories. So you think that it makes it easier, but in reality, it just ends up making you cram a bunch of stuff in your head and the anxiety of trying to learn it all and knowing that you're not going to be able to get to all 100 categories. So Weakest Link was a little easier because you have everyone going through it, and if you miss one, it's okay. You can get it on the next round, kind of thing. Or if you're worried about it, you can always bank ahead of time and just bypass it and still kind of help out everyone else in the beginning round. The one that I like watching and then I would say I would want to be on, but I'm also worried about being on, would be Celebrity Jeopardy. I think it would be a lot of fun to be on, but I would also be very nervous getting up there. Do you have any upcoming projects that you want to talk about? Nothing in the works really acting wise, but I do post production now mostly and crew on films and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff I am working on, I can't really talk about till it comes out. So nothing right now.